Frangie Show on a kitchen and flooring design center Wednesday. Hayes Carline, Andrew Gibson, and Lauren Brooks with you as Frank Frangie is on the road with the Jaguars. He will, of course, call tomorrow night's game against the Dolphins down in Miami. You can hear that right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM, and hopefully we will check in with Frank live from Miami a little bit later in the show. Hayes, how's your Wednesday going?
It's doing just splendid, Lauren. How is yours going so far?
It is well, thank you. I am so ready for tomorrow night's game. I am so excited to finally see some starters, and you have 5 starters that we're going to discuss at length next segment that you want to see in the game.
I don't even want to talk defense.
I like it.
We're going to totally ignore the defense. For this.
Defense gets enough attention.
Exactly.
So we're only going to talk offense. But Frank Reich, the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, came out earlier this week and said the starters will play Saturday night in the game against the Bears, their 3rd preseason game. But then today at his press conference, completely changed his mind and said he's had a change of heart, and the starters, for the most part, will not play. I find this interesting because obviously their quarterback, Andrew Luck, has not practiced and has not played due to injury. You would think everybody else would want to get out there, and especially if Luck can't start week 1 and Jacoby Brissett has to go, you'd think that they would want the ones to play with that now starting quarterback. But obviously he changed his mind. He wants to do the bubble wrap theory. How would you feel if 24 hours before the game we find out Doug Marrone has also had a change of heart and decides, I'm not going to play the Jaguar starters?
I could see that, but I think the odds of that grow slimmer with each passing hour. I think that the Colts are a little different of a story. They, like you mentioned, Luck isn't going to play anyway. But I do think they think he'll be ready for week 1. Now, they've been grossly wrong on estimates regarding his health before. But let's just say they believe he's ready for week 1. So you feel like while it would probably be good for Brissett to get some time with the starters, maybe you're looking at it like you are pretty close to the start date now. Maybe you don't want to risk a T.Y. Hilton, one of your offensive linemen getting hurt. So that I kind of understand. It's Reich's 2nd year. They're coming off a lot of success. And I thought this was interesting. He reached out to Matt Nagy, the Bears coach, to gauge what he was going to do. And Nagy said, I'm not really planning on playing any of my starters. And then Reich was like, you know what? If you're not going to be playing your ones, then maybe I'm not going to either. So I thought that was interesting, the influence of what the other guy was going to do. Because you watched like Hard Knocks last night, and it's the 2nd preseason game, and John Gruden's basically like ordering his guys, we are not going to let Kyler Murray do anything against us. So it didn't seem like there was a lot of back and forth between Gruden and Kingsbury on how do we want this thing to go. So I thought that was interesting, Reich and Nagy almost treating this like a joint practice. So could Doug change his mind? I think he could, but it would only be I think it would take something that happens almost in warm-ups. Cam Robinson gets out there, or, maybe Cam Robinson comes in and, says, hey, coach, I've got some swelling or something to that effect. But I would think by now that would have happened. So I don't think there's much stopping this. I think the starters are playing. I think it's been hard enough on Doug to hold him out this long. And now he's like, no, they've got to play. Like at some point, that old school philosophy, I think, kicks back in. And it still won't be the 32 reps that ideally he's done in the past in the 3rd preseason game where it's 10, 20, 32, right, like you mentioned. But I would be surprised now if he changed it. It would take one of those, it would take like Cam Robinson not being able to go, because I think Norwell and Jawan Taylor are fine to play.
I don't have Doug Marrone's cell phone number, but if he changes his mind last minute to not play the starters, if I had it, I would text him and be like, are you kidding me? We have suffered the first 2 weeks. I know not every team has played their starters. The Jaguars are one of 12, and 20 have decided to play their starting quarterbacks. But seriously, he is brand new here to Jacksonville, that being Nick Foles. It's funny, this morning at the gym, girl working out with me, I thought I heard her say something about Nick Foles. And I was like, what? Is she really talking about the Jaguars quarterback? So I went up to her and I was like, did you say Nick Foles? And then I felt kind of creepy asking that question. But either way, she does know what I do for a living. So at least there's that. But she's like, oh, yeah, I've interacted with him a few different times, and he's just great. And I was like, you know what? People like you deserve to see Nick Foles play tomorrow night. You have gotten to meet him personally. You think he's a great guy. Now you want to see him be a great quarterback. I cannot talk about another preseason game with 30 guys out, basically, again. I can't, because we're going to do it in the fourth preseason game. I can't do it all four.
It's going to be 40 guys out in that game.
Right. I need at least one game where we get to talk about the starters. And even if Cam Robinson doesn't play and he decides not to play Nick Foles, okay. If everybody else, though, is going to give it a go, although I personally would probably hold out Leonard Fournette, but we'll get to him in just a little bit. Either way, I still need to see some starting offense and an offense that doesn't look like last year's did. That's what I need.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to see some positive momentum from the offense, and I think they'll get it if they play. I mean, there'll be a little bit of rust, but I think if Doug gives Foles and company 3 series, I'd be surprised if that's a 0 on the scoreboard when they come out. You know, just by the way they've looked and the way they've executed, the talent that the Dolphins have. You would like to think that it's going to be touchdown, field goal, and then get everybody out of the game. And if it's 3 and out and then a field goal, then you probably send them back, for a third drive. But I think that's probably where it's trending. And I would be surprised. I think it has been tough enough on Doug Marrone these first 2 games to hold this many people out, and now he's got his guys back. So I think he does. I think you need to see it. I think as a coach, you always are weighing reward versus the risk, and I think certainly there's a risk in playing these crucial players for even 20 snaps in a meaningless exhibition. There is a risk with that, but the reward, I think, is now to the point where it outweighs it. I think that they need to go through it. They need to get out there against another team in live action and not play a ton, but play enough just to get a feel. We see these coaches practice like the punt team taking an intentional safety on like the third, practice of camp. And it all goes back to, as a coach, I never want my guys to be in a situation during a live game that they have not practiced. I never want them to say in the huddle, well, we've never practiced this. I hope we do it right. Well, this is everything. I mean, they have not done anything in a live action game so far. So I think they've got to get out there. It would be different if Cam was still out. I could understand it. But if you've got your starting offensive line, then I think he's going to play everybody.
This is the last game. You don't have to work for quite some time. How will you enjoy tomorrow night's game?
I will enjoy watching it with the kiddos. And
8 o'clock start. Are they going to be allowed to stay up for this?
They'll be up, yeah. Carrie was gone last night, and I didn't get him to bed until like 10:15.
No way.
It went quite that late, but it was late.
Kids, you want to watch the beginning of Hard Knocks?
It was certainly past 8 o'clock.
Censor your ears.
Yeah, so they will be able to watch all the starters play, and if they want, or they could play with Legos. You never know.
Either way.
Yeah.
I always had to go to bed before 9 o'clock, like my entire life. I'm not as quite as bad now, but I still like to go to bed early. The only time I make an exception is for Hard Knocks, which we'll talk about last night's episode a little later in the show. We are hoping that Chris Harry of FloridaGators.com will join us in a little bit to preview Florida and Miami. And, of course, Frank Frangie will hopefully join us as well live from Miami to preview Jaguars-Dolphins. Hayes has 5 players that he wants to watch tomorrow night, and as you heard him say, they are all on the offensive side of the ball. Who are they? We will get to that next. You're listening to The Frangie Show on a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Congratulations to the Jacksonville Sharks, 2019 National Arena League champions, on their 15-1 season and 52-48 victory in Saturday's NAL championship game in front of 9,000 great Sharks fans here in Jacksonville.
Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL, brought to you by Darley's Plumbing.
Week 0 has arrived as Florida and Miami kick off at 7 o'clock Saturday night at Camping World Stadium. The last time these in-state rivals played was 2013 when the unranked Hurricanes defeated the 12th-ranked Gators 21-16. Good news for fans of the rivalry is reportedly Florida will play host to Miami in 2024, and then the Hurricanes will play host to the Gators in 2025. Miami leads the all-time series 29-26. You'll find the game on ESPN with Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit on the call and Maria Taylor on the sidelines.
Hi, I'm Ellen Darley with Darley's Plumbing. When you use Darley's for any plumbing work, you're getting the service, expertise, and reputation of the Darley's family name. We do it all, from leaky faucets and toilet repairs to whole house plumbing remodels, slab leaks, and sewer lines. At Darley's, our team is here to fix your plumbing issues right the first time. That's why we say Darley's is where quality counts. Visit us online at darleysplumbing.com.
If you want great barbecue, you want Bono's. Fast, friendly service, clean family restaurants, and the absolute best barbecue around. Love the ribs. Love the chicken. Bono's green beans, as good as you've ever had in town. You ought to try the Brunswick stew. I can go on and on. The sweet potatoes, the best you've ever had. Bottom line is, you want great barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's. Also, the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 15 locations in town, fast, friendly service, and great barbecue. That, folks, is Bono's.
Jags fans, this one's for you. Enter the TIAA Bank Take the Field sweepstakes for your chance to win 2 club tickets and get pregame sideline access to be on the field when the Jags come out of the tunnel. A new winner will be chosen for each home game. To enter and for official rules, visit TIAABank.com/takethefield. No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Void where prohibited. Entry period from 8/5/2019 to 12/18/2019. For official rules and complete details, visit TIAABank.com/takethefield. Sponsor TIAA FSB.
Hey Jacksonville, Duval Honda on Cassett Avenue is the real deal. No hype, no gimmicks, no haggle. Just a real fast, real friendly experience online and at the dealership. Choose from a large selection of new Hondas, a 2019 Honda Civic lease price at just $169 per month, or check out the award-winning Honda Accord or Honda CR-V, now leased from $249 per month. You'll love our great selection of used cars and trucks. Duval Honda, we deliver on price, we deliver on service, we deliver to you. The closest Duval dealer is in your driveway. Duval Honda on Cassett Avenue and DuvalHonda.com.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
This is Jeff Prosser. Do you have patio envy? Lifetime Enclosures has the cure. You know, my parents really happy with the work Lifetime Enclosure did for them, from patio extensions to lanai conversion, sunrooms, screen enclosures. Make Lifetime Enclosures your outdoor living choice. Visit them at Lifetime Enclosures just south of Bay Meadows Road on Phillips Highway and set up your free estimate. Plus, you can receive up to 20% off qualifying purchase. Also, take a short walk to Lifetime Flooring right next door. Tell them Jeff sent you. License CRC 028471.
It's all about Jacksonville's history, people, places, and events. All Things Jacksonville with Bruce Arms. Great guests, stories, and stuff you might not know about our city. Catch All Things Jacksonville Saturday morning at 11 on 1010XL.
Are you in business? Do you have a need for commercial real estate? Whether you're buying or selling, call a team that's dedicated to helping you improve your rate of return. If you're buying or selling commercial real estate, or even a business, go to PantheonRealty.com. Click on the special offer button to find out how Pantheon Realty Group's exclusive offer may be unlike any other commercial real estate brokerage. Pantheon's offer will help you improve your bottom line. Visit PantheonRealty.com. That's PantheonRealty.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Baloo here for the Blue Crab Crab House, once again voted the #1 crab shack in Northeast Florida. What about Sundays over there? You kidding me? $1.95 Bloody Marys, mimosas as well, up until 5 o'clock. Alex always playing live music right there on the deck. The best seafood in Jacksonville, the Blue Crab Crab House. They've been in Jacksonville for 23 years, right there on Jillington Creek Road in San Jose. I'll see you at the Blue Crab Crab House.
Poor security is a crime waiting to happen. If someone is assaulted in a parking lot or on a commercial property, the owners may have to pay for their negligent security. Farron Farah, call us at 396-5555, Jacksonville.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
If you're like me and you have some things at your house that you look at every day and you say, I really want to upgrade that, well, then you need to talk to our friends at the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center. They just redid Frank's closets a couple weeks ago. He and his wife, Suzanne, are super happy with those. And tomorrow, I have someone coming over to my house. Renee's going to come over and check out my floors, which currently are mismatched, Hayes. And we're going to get floors that actually match throughout the entire house.
Nice.
So I absolutely cannot wait. My floors have been peeling up for a little while.
What are you hoping for?
I am going, I think, for some sort of, it's going to be gray. I know that because we live at the beach and I feel like gray is beachy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking that tile that looks like wood. I'm thinking that's the best thing for our sandy / wet floor lifestyle as far as coming in and out of the beach. And if we ever get another dog, have all that fun stuff. So, but I will talk to him tomorrow. I cannot wait. And if you want to get your floors or bathrooms or kitchen or closets redone, go see our friends at the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center today. They're located on Southside Boulevard across the street from Tinseltown. All right, you have 5 players all on offense that you are dying to see tomorrow night. Is the first one a left tackle by any chance?
He is not a left tackle. But that was a great guess. And he is the linchpin to the whole thing of the starters playing. But no, the first guy on the list is Gardner Minshew. I just think I think we've talked enough. I love Gardner Minshew, but I think we've talked enough.
And we'll get to talk about him plenty more.
Plenty next week. He may not even play next week. It may be Alex Magoo for 65 snaps. Show us what you can do, kid.
Hey, that would be fun to watch.
Yeah. But to me, it starts with Nick Foles. I mean, he's it. He's the hope. If 5-11 was a mirage and they really are a team built to go 10-6 and make a deep run in the playoffs like what we saw in 2017, it starts with Nick Foles. He's here to win. He was signed to save jobs in the front office. It's all on Nick Foles. And so while he has performed consistently well in training camp, this is a new test. It's not the ultimate test, but it is certainly the most resistance he will have faced so far as a Jaguar. It will be a totally different team that would love nothing more than to put a huge shot on him, and and it's live. It's the first time really since he's been a Jaguar that he can be tackled on the field. We haven't seen that, so I think it starts with Foles. You want to see what we've seen in training camp, the command, the accuracy, throwing guys so that they can optimize the yards after catch. Great timing, everything that we've seen. I also want to see him take a long ball. I want to see a shot down the field. I would send a message to the Chiefs, and I would send it Thursday night saying, you can try to play 8 in the box, but if you do that, we are going to take shots on you. And we may not hit them, but if we hit them, you're going to be in for a long day. And I think you look at the receivers that Nick has to work with, their skill set, the how well they've done throwing the ball down the field in training camp so far. So for me, Nick Foles is number one.
What happens if Nick Foles doesn't play well? And I don't mean as far as the 4th preseason game, whether or not he's going to get snaps there, but what happens as far as will there feel like a panic kind of running through the franchise or running through the fan base?
I think it's certainly shaky at that point. There will be some of, he hasn't played, there's rust, a lot of these Miami defenders. One thing that'll be interesting to look at is how many preseason snaps have they taken going into the game. So if you're a Miami starter, so you're pretty good at playing football, even for a team that we don't expect much out of. But if you're a starter for the Dolphins, locked in, you're not in a competition, and this is your 3rd game, or even if it's your 2nd, it's a little bit of an edge. So I think there will be some reason for the struggle that would go beyond they're not ready or they're not any good. But you'd like to see it. I mean, you would like to see precision, execution, and I don't think you can just totally wipe it away if he is 3 of 10 for 27 yards with a turnover. That would be, I think, pretty hard to stomach. They may not score a touchdown in the 3 drives, but if he can't, at least put a field goal up on the board, which in this day and age is usually driving 35 to 40 yards, I think that would be pretty disappointing.
And I expect Foles and this starting offense to play well because that's what we've seen in training camp. They've moved the ball efficiently, and they've done it against a good defense. Nick Foles always knows where he wants to go with the football. It doesn't always get caught necessarily. And yes, occasionally the defense will make a great play, whether it be an interception or a pass defense, but he still knows where he wants to go with the football. So I do expect this offense to move down the field tomorrow night. I just did start to wonder. We tell everybody, don't worry about the preseason. It doesn't mean anything. And then all of a sudden, we're putting a lot of expectation now, because the starters haven't played, on tomorrow night's preseason game against the Dolphins. So do we have to reel that back in if the starting offense doesn't look good?
I don't think it gets reeled back in. And I do think there's enough time that they can see what didn't go right, and they can certainly apply corrections to it to make it better week 1. The problem that I think they're going to run into from just an optimism standpoint in the fan base is that they aren't opening with the Raiders at home. They're opening with a team that a lot of people believe can win the Super Bowl and really could have won it last year. I mean, people forget. We talk so much about the NFC title game and the pass interference. Kansas City got royally screwed by a call where they said that the defenders, I think maybe it was Poe, I can't remember or Chris Jones, but that he got his hands up on Brady's face mask and they flagged him for it. Wasn't even close. And if they don't call that, the Chiefs win the game. End of story. So
it's their version of Miles Jack wasn't down.
Absolutely. And so this is a team that should be better. Quarterback should be better. I mean, their defense looks improved. So I think that's why if the Jaguars starters struggle against the Dolphins, then I think it's tough to expect much, at least against the Chiefs, because that's a game where you figure you've got to get in the 30s probably to have a chance.
I would say so.
And it's hard to if
unless your defense creates some takeaways.
Right, or you get a great day from your special teams or something like that. But that's why I think it's important. And so to me, it starts with Nick Foles. If he doesn't play well, if the offense doesn't play well, does it mean that they're going to go 5-11 again? No. But it does make me wonder if they can beat the Chiefs. And again, NFL seasons are about momentum. We saw that in 2017. No one thought they were going to beat Houston. They go in there, they play a phenomenal game against Houston, and then you started to believe. Now they were kind of win-loss, and then they finally hit their stride. But it immediately turned the story of the Jaguars aren't an afterthought anymore. The Jaguars can be a very dangerous team if they're executing on all levels. And so I do think it's important to show. And I think, again, you can be vanilla in these games. I would be somewhat aggressive because I would want to give my players some confidence as well. And I also would like to try and affect Kansas City's plan a little bit. And I don't know that it will, but you're going to beat the Chiefs if Leonard Fournette has a great game on running the ball. So, to me, if you can show some things against Miami that make Andy Reid and his defensive staff say, you know what, we can't maybe always dedicate that 8th guy in the box to stopping him, then that can certainly help. If Fournette gets going, then obviously they'll adjust, and Nick's going to have to hit big plays in the passing game to beat Kansas City as well. But I think it goes hand in hand, and I think it would just mean a lot for the confidence of the offense, particularly the guys that went through it last year, many of which are still young players like Dede Westbrook, to come off the field with a really good vibe of seeing Nick hit a 50-yard plus kind of pass play.
And I think for offensive coordinator John DeFilippo, he needs to get comfortable too. The last time he was the OC, it was for a completely different team, and things didn't go according to plan up there in Minnesota. So to me, he needs to get back into the groove and then also feel good about what he's calling, how it's working, the entire offensive line being out there, and everybody being on the same page. That all has to happen tomorrow night. So I do think we can put extra stock into it, more so than we probably would most preseason games. All right, who is your next guy?
Leonard Fournette, and this is probably the starter that we're going to see the lightest snap count from.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, it literally could be 5 snaps. I mean, it could be 5
I'm
snaps,
fine with
2
that.
carries, and Leonard, puts on the ball cap for the rest of the night. I think he's had a great camp. I was really critical of him in OTAs when he skipped more than half of the voluntary OTAs. And I get voluntary, but I also get critical year, and you're a young player. But he's been great in training camp, and really looks to be becoming a very versatile threat, running the ball and catching the ball. So to me, I would like to see a couple carries, but I'd also like to see him get prioritized in the passing game, whether that's flip, calling a play that is designed to get the ball to Leonard in space with a pass from Foles, or if it's just Nick checking down to him once or twice. But I would like to sort of keep that momentum going as well. So I think Fournette's a guy, it won't be much, but I think every time he is on the field, it'll be captivating.
And he's one of the most fun players to watch because of the different ways that they can use him. And to me, he's had a bit of a different air about him this training camp. While I thought he looked really good last training camp, he still had, I think, a little bit more arrogance than I've seen from him. He seems now to really understand that he's been projected as a guy that's entitled. And I think he's coming into it saying, no, you know what, I worked all off season in Wyoming, and I do have something to prove. And they are bringing running backs in that are maybe not going to challenge me for the featured running back, but they are going to challenge me for maybe the third down back. And I've liked what I've seen out of him. I did think the tweet yesterday was pretty funny that he's given this, I guess it was an Eagles fan, his jersey after the game last week, and then he made sure to tell that guy, like, you better be repping, the Jags from now on. And then that guy ended up just putting the jersey on sale on a website called OfferUp for $1,500, which I don't know why anyone would buy a game-worn jersey for $1,500 for just a preseason game, not a Super Bowl, but to each their own. So
You're saying I made a poor investment.
Yes, you did. Going with someone else's, mask on your face and different name as well, because I saw his name on the OfferUp too. But either way, I do think Leonard Fournette just has a better grasp of everything that's expected of him. Do you get that, Reed?
I do. I do. I think Leonard understands where his career is, and it's at a point where if he doesn't play well, if he doesn't do what Marone, Coughlin, and Caldwell want, he's going to be out, and he's going to be out $7.5 million with those voids in his contract. So it's a huge year for Leonard Fournette. But to this point, it seems like he is fully aware of that. He's fully embracing that challenge. And again, I think he's a talented player. I don't think that, he's going to turn into Todd Gurley or ever be in the running for, Offensive Player of the Year. But I don't think it's unfair to expect Leonard Fournette to get 1,200 on the ground, 400 through the air, and be sitting around 12 touchdowns. I mean, I think that, and that'd be a great year. Great year. It doesn't put you in the conversation for Offensive Player of the Year, but it would be a great year for Leonard Fournette. I think he is capable of it because I do think he's going to have the best situation around him that he has had since he's been a Jaguar.
And like you said, if the passing offense is successful, then he will have so much more space on the ground to be able to break some of those long runs like we've seen him do in 2017. All right, when we come back, Hayes has 3 more guys to watch, and we'll talk a little Florida-Miami. That is all coming up next on The Frangie Show on a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Taking the middle of your day to a whole new level.
Look, you guys, they're just all really cool kids. And if they were mine, I would be so proud.
XL Prime Time.
And I am proud just to even know them.
Weekdays noon to 3 on 1010XL.
Nowadays, we're all looking for convenience, right? So why would you choose the traditional and stressful way to sell your home? Open Door is your answer to selling your home stress-free. Lauren Brooks here. You can skip the hassle of staging your home through all the showings, and there's no risk of buyer financing falling through when you choose Open Door. That's right, stop worrying and start moving on. You can get a free competitive offer within just 24 hours with Open Door. Open Door's website is so easy to use, and since Open Door buys a home every 34 minutes, yours can be next. Join the hundreds of thousands of people who have gotten their Open Door all-cash offer. I've already had friends successfully sell their homes to Open Door, so why wait to sell yours? Get your free competitive offer at opendoor.com/myoffer. That's opendoor.com/myoffer to get your free no-obligation offer today.
Here's what's happening in Bulldog Country. The Georgia Bulldog Report. Brought to you by Culhane's Irish Pub on Atlantic Boulevard and in Tinseltown.
Georgia came in at number 3 in the first edition of the Associated Press Top 25 poll. 4 of Georgia's 2019 opponents were ranked in the top 25. Florida at number 8, Notre Dame at 9, Texas A&M 12th, and Auburn 16th. The Dogs kick off the season a week from Saturday against Vanderbilt at 7:30.
Calling all Georgia Bulldogs to Culhane's Irish Pub in Atlantic Beach and the new location at Tinseltown. Hunker down every Saturday to watch your Georgia Bulldogs while enjoying authentic Irish cuisine and $5 pints from Ruby Beach. With over 24 beers on tap and dog specials all Saturday long, it's your Bulldog home at the beaches in Tinseltown this fall. Culhane's Irish Pub delivers 5-star class with 5-star sacks. Visit culhanesirishpub.com. Go Dogs! Brilliant!
Nimnick Chevrolet is the #1 Chevrolet dealership in Jacksonville, and they just won Dealer of the Year for 2018. Some of the reasons they're #1 is that they have the most inventory and the best price guarantee. They've been serving and donating to this community for 78 years, and no one cares more about the customers before, but more importantly, after the sale. That's Nimnick Chevrolet. Head there today, won't you? Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941.
There is one name synonymous with joint replacement excellence, and that name is Heekin of the Heekin Clinic. For 18 years, Dr. R. David Heekin and his staff have been the leader for treatment of hip and knee pain. Eliminating hip and knee pain through advanced surgical and non-surgical techniques has been Dr. Heekin's sole goal since retiring from the Army in 2001. If you're looking to ease your hip and knee pain, schedule an appointment today and call 328-5979 or visit HeekinClinic.com. That's HeekinClinic.com.
Imagine windows in your home that are 2 times stronger than vinyl, never fog up, are maintenance-free, and custom designed for you. Lauren Brooks here for Renewal by Andersen. Visit renewalbyandersen.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Renewal by Andersen, a better way to a better window. Take advantage of the semi-annual sale with 20% off windows and patio doors. Restrictions apply. See their website for details. This is a limited time offer. License number CGC 1527613.
Hi guys, Prosser here for those Comfort All-Stars at Fenwick Plumbing. Summer is almost over. Why are you still wasting money and energy on that old, unreliable water heater? Oh, summer kills the water heater, but you don't have to suffer through another high energy bill or lukewarm shower. Call Fenwick Plumbing now and take up to $100 off a brand new water heater. 1-year warranty even included. What are you waiting for? Fenwick's end of summer sale ends August 31st. Say Prosser sent me when you call 6600556 or visit fenwickplumbing.com.
Consider them your ace in the hole. I'm on it. The Best Bet Poker Pals.
This is a poker game. You can't serve food with more than one syllable.
On the Best Bet Poker Show.
Okay, because once those cards are dealt.
Wednesday at 6 p.m. on 1010XL.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. The world is changing. Isn't it time smoking changed too? Meet Vuse Alto, a vapor product offering you a satisfying alternative to cigarettes. With long-lasting pods filled with liquid blended in the US, Vuse Alto delivers our highest performing vapor yet. Simple to use, surprisingly quiet, and impressively powerful. Vuse, leading the way today, tomorrow, and the future. Underage sale prohibited.
Regency Electric Company seeks electricians and foremen with great benefits like paid vacation, paid holidays, paid life insurance with health, dental, vision, company match 401k plus end of the year bonus. Call 485-4096, regencyelectric.com.
For the best price and service when it comes to your waste hauling and collecting, look no further than the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Jet Prosser here, and let me tell you, you're not going to find an easier way to handle your project cleanups than calling in the A-Team at All-American. A J.B. Coxwell company, All-American Roll-Off and Recycling has brand new trucks and cans in all sizes to fit your project needs. No hidden fees. Count on the best price in town. When it comes to cleaning up when the job is done, go with the A-Team at All-American Roll-Off and Recycling. Visit us at all-americanrolloff.com.
Hey Jacksonville, Safety Tom here with Remedy Staffing. With the heat blazing, it's time to break out the cold water, fruits, and veggies. Put away the large hot meals for lunch, and grab some shade in a nice cool area during breaks at work. If you're new to the job, pace yourself. This goes for at home as well. Long days at the beach, kids' sporting events, doing work around the house. Keep the water flowing for you and your family. And remember, don't wait until you're thirsty. Drink plenty, early, and often. These are just a few simple tips for staying cool and hydrated from Remedy Staffing.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Frank Frangie is in Miami. I'm going to assume that the plane has landed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Of course, he will be calling tomorrow night's game against the Dolphins. So it's Hayes Gibby, and I am Lauren Brooks with you until 6 p.m. this evening. We just talked about two guys, Nick Foles and Leonard Fournette, who you want to see tomorrow night. And are we going to get to my left tackle at some point, Hayes?
Well, I'll just skip.
Thank
ahead.
you.
How about that?
Thank
First
you.
off, Gibby, you're playing Social Distortion?
Ah, yes. Don't you love that one?
Awesome.
Love it.
Well done.
You got it.
I don't know Social Distortion. What era are we
Kind of
talking?
like a punk 90s.
90s? Okay.
Yeah, good band. The Social D, if you're ever out.
That's right.
Yeah, usually people say Social D.
Okay.
Instead of Social Distortion. But
Got it.
Anyway, that should
definitely
help. That
would've
should
thought
help
they
you
were-
down the line some point in your life.
Yeah.
Cam Robinson. I think it all comes down to Cam Robinson. If he has a good year, I think the offense has a chance. If Cam Robinson is injured or doesn't play well, I think it's going to be tough. But I think what you want to see Thursday is it's not going to be long. 12 to 20 snaps would be I think it's going to be probably more in the 12 to 15 snaps for Cam Robinson, but it could go higher. But to me, I think he wasn't just the key in will the Stars play in the third preseason game. I think he's also the key to will they have a good offense, because they have nothing behind him, in my opinion. I mean, unless the guys that are behind him play much better in regular season games than they've shown in training camp and in the preseason. So,
Which is possible that we could be saying Cedric Ogbuehi he looks a lot better at left tackle because now Andrew Norwell's next to him at left guard.
I wouldn't count
Linder's
on
at center.
Yes, it could.
It's possible.
It's possible, but I would not count on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be surprised. And anything beyond Ogbuehi, it falls off a cliff.
It's Josh Wells at that
and-
point, right?
And
'Cause I don't-
Wester right now.
Right, because
and-
they're not going to move Will Richardson now from this potential right guard battling position to left tackle, are they?
I wouldn't think they could try, but that would seem to be somewhat of a panic move. I think if something were to happen to Cam Robinson, but I think either way, if something happens to Cam Robinson, there's no great fix for it. And, again, the Jaguars this isn't a unique problem to the Jaguars, but I think in regards to Thursday, you want to see Cam get out there. He does look bulked up. When we'd seen him at the podium and things, I see him from a little bit of a distance on
Working
the
on
practice field.
Yeah, working on the side.
But being like right next to him having a conversation, you can tell that he's done a really good job building up his upper body. So I expect that you'll see a little more power out of Cam Robinson in year 3. And that was sort of a knock. I think from a agility feet standpoint, that was really probably what got him drafted high in the second round, more so than his power. So it's good to see that developing. But yeah, I think if I can even live with Cam Robinson making a mistake, a hold, he feels like he's getting beat, he grabs the guy. Like, he's probably going to look somewhat ugly in this outing. just because it's been a while. But it's good for him to get out there. He's probably the one guy that if he does not play great, I would give a pass to.
Okay.
But having said that, I mean, hopefully he'll play well and you won't notice him. And Foles will have time in the pocket, and when they run to Cam's side, there'll be room. So, but I think he's a crucial piece of this offense this year.
I was excited to talk about him for two reasons. One, you caught up with him yesterday, so we will get to that interview in the 5 o'clock hour. And two, last year, I remember thinking as the Jaguars were playing the Patriots and Cam Robinson goes down, and we pretty much figured out right away that it was a knee injury. I thought to myself, because the Jaguars were winning at that time, this is the end of the road for the Jaguars. They can't go to the Super Bowl now because they've lost their left tackle. Little did I know he was not going to be the only reason the Jaguars would not make the Super Bowl last year. But I truly think he is that important. And I think it totally affects that position, that left tackle position, and how they play just totally affects the rest of the line. Not just how they play, but also I think their emotions going into every game, their confidence. And so certainly I hope that that knee is 100% better. Like you said, if he doesn't play extremely well tomorrow night, at least he's able to get out there. There was a couple weeks ago where we thought we wouldn't see him at all during the preseason, and therefore we definitely wouldn't see him week one. Obviously, Doug Marrone said pretty quickly thereafter that, nope, he's taken off the PUP list and the physically unable to perform list and able to play. So that got all of us excited, and the fact that he's going to play tomorrow night, I think, is huge, because I think that also means that that's why we're going to see Nick Foles. And hopefully we see Nick Foles able to have so much time, because this line, now that it's all intact, is going to be the line that we saw in 2017. And I know at some point I have to stop referring to 2017, but until the season starts, I can't do it yet. I don't want to talk about last year, so I'm just going to talk about 2017.
It was a great few months. And the other thing too, all the points you make on Cam are spot on. The other thing too is if you don't have them now, how do you have to employ your tight ends? Are they having to always help? So that limits the creativity that Flip has when he's calling plays. Do you have to have your running back sort of act as a chip on that side more than you'd want to? So it affects play calling so much when you don't have your starter out there at left tackle. So I think this is probably where he would have been. It was a good question that Joe and Hacker asked me in the handoff, and they said it's been such a roller coaster for Cam Robinson, and it feels that way, but it's really only because Doug went to the podium the Saturday after the Ravens opener and said, I'm not sure we're going to have him for the start of the season. And then obviously 48 hours later, he's off a PUP, as you mentioned. But other than that, everything lines up with where you thought he would be. I bet you if you asked everybody in the press box the evening that he tore his ACL against the Patriots, and you said, when is the next time we'll see Cam Robinson on a football field playing? Most people would have said, third preseason game next year. Well, that's where we are. So, I think it lines up perfectly with play a little bit in this game, get the rust off, take 16 days to continue to work on your conditioning and practice, and get ready for a full game's work against the Chiefs.
You would think, or at least I would think, that the bigger guys would take longer in these ACL recoveries just because they're putting so much more weight on the knee. But it doesn't seem to work like that at all. It's pretty much, in the NFL, about 11 months from the time you tear that ligament to the time that and then obviously you have surgery right away, and then to the time that you rehab it and are able to get back on the field. Obviously, Marquise Lee's situation is a little bit different because he tore, not a little bit, a lot different, because he tore 3 times as many ligaments as Cam Robinson did, but certainly good to see him. All right, speaking of wide receivers, your next guy is a wide receiver. Sorry, I stole his thunder to put Cam Robinson in front of him.
Hey, it's okay.
But we're going to talk about Chris Conley now.
Yeah, Chris Conley is used to getting pushed to the back burner.
Also true.
It's kind of happened his whole NFL career. So the tradition continues. But Conley's really been a pleasant surprise. That was an under-the-radar signing. It didn't generate a lot of headlines. Obviously, Foles generated all the headlines. But Conley was it was a priority. I mean, they did it immediately, which tells you what they think of him. And you saw early on that Conley and Foles have a bond from playing together, although it's surprising to me how strong that is, because it wasn't like they were teammates for 3 years.
Exactly. He didn't come from Philadelphia.
It was pretty short, yet obviously they really connected, because you could see it in OTAs. it's translated over. And Conley, I think, is a key piece in taking the pressure off of Fournette, because I think Chark can get down the field as well. Dede Westbrook is certainly explosive, but Foles and Conley really seem to have a good connection on the deep ball. And that's where I think, like, Chris Conley doesn't have to go and catch 65 passes this year to have a good year. But if his average per catch is around 18, 19 yards, and it's in the 40 range, like, if he can give them that element of, look, you bring your safeties up at your own peril, because Nick's going to put it right on Chris.
Absolutely.
And he's shown reliable hands. He's shown the ability to use the sideline to his advantage. And so I would like to see that Thursday night. I would like to see Nick Foles throw a deep ball to Chris Conley and see if they can continue that strong chemistry again in a NFL stadium in front of a sparse crowd, but in front of a crowd. And against other guys getting paid to play this game. So I think Chris Conley he's been sick earlier in the week, so that always kind of gets you a little concerned. But it seems like he's had enough time to return to practice, get his health back, and again, we're talking, I would think, a 15-20 snap role for the starting offense. So an athlete like Chris Conley, that shouldn't be a problem for him.
I'm not sure that we see a deep ball tomorrow night. I know that's what you want to see. Certainly that's what fans want to see. And if there's one thing that we've discussed at length due to seeing all the training camp practices, it is that Foles to Conley. I think it even happened up in Baltimore when we were here and we couldn't even see it, but the Jaguars tweeted it out. I think that's what people really want to see live. And so I hope I'm wrong. I hope that it's not this vanilla, we are not going to show Kansas City anything type of approach. I hope that there's a deep ball thrown, and I hope it is Foles to Conley, just so the fans get to see exactly what we've been privileged enough to see over the last month or so. I really like Chris Conley. Your interviews with him thus far, he seems like a really affable guy who also gets it. I mean, he wasn't a huge playmaker for a very successful team last year, yet he's excited now to be with a team who went 5-11 because he does get to get back with a quarterback who he really likes. And I think you can tell not just the on-field chemistry, I think off the field, Conley and Foles seem to have kind of similar personalities as far as the leadership qualities, as far as kind of the spiritual aspect. And I think that is helping them to create that on-field chemistry. All right, last but not least, we have another offensive lineman.
5 for 5 on the offense. I'm sorry, Calais and Jan and Jalen and AJ and Miles and Darius isn't playing. He could care less.
They'll get their time.
They will get their time. We promise. But
and we're not saying they're not playing. We're just saying we're not talking about them.
Right. We just don't care what you do on just stay healthy on Thursday. That's it. I mean, if the Dolphins go down and score like 10 points in the first 2 drives, I will give the defense the biggest pass the world has ever seen. I mean, because they just, to me, they're a team that when they see Mahomes across the sideline, they will be ready. They will be ready to play. So you don't want to see that. You don't want to see Ryan Fitzpatrick go down and put a couple scores up on him. But
oh, heck no.
I wouldn't be overly bothered by that.
Only if he exposes one of the kind of weakness areas that we've discussed, like a free safety, like a weak side linebacker.
You don't want to see Jared Wilson blow a coverage.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
So we're sticking 5 for 5 on the offensive side, and this is the real battle. Will Richardson at right guard with AJ Cann, and so the player that I think we'll all be watching is Will Richardson. How does he look? This is a surprise. They signed AJ Cann in the offseason to a 3-year, $15 million contract in March. We were at the Players. I was really critical of it because I just didn't think AJ Cann had done much to show you that he deserved to be making $5 million a year. But they believed in him. Doug would later say, hey, we hired George Warhop, offensive line coach. He really liked his film. Okay, so AJ Cann's here, and he's going to be the right guard. In comes Will Richardson. Not in comes, but, Richardson returns for his second year. Yeah, after doing nothing as a rookie, being hurt the vast majority of the season. So a 4th-round pick comes in and now really challenges AJ Cann, and I think he's got the edge. I think Thursday will tell the tale, but I think Richardson will probably start the game over Cann, and I think he's going to get a chance to show what he can do running with the first team. But I mean, Doug Marrone has gone out of his way to praise Will Richardson on multiple occasions in training camp when he wasn't even asked about Will Richardson. So you can tell they like his combination of size and athleticism. He's just bounced around so much that, that sort of makes you wonder, has he had enough time to really secure the right guard spot? Because he has had to play left when Norwell was out. He's played some at tackle, which is where they initially thought he'd be when they drafted him, was a right tackle, maybe Parnell's replacement. So he's really been the story of training camp. I mean, and to be honest, I'm not sure in the 7 years I've covered the Jaguars, if he wins this job, it might be one of the more surprising come out of nowhere to win a job stories that they've had because of the money they paid Can. It'd be different if Can was going into like the final year of his rookie deal as a third-round pick, But I mean, this is somebody that they gave good money to, a team that doesn't have a lot of salary cap space, gave good money to A.J. Can, who now might be a backup. And it really speaks highly of what Will Richardson's been able to do in terms of getting the message that Marrone in the front office sent him at the end of last year and at the start of this off-season program. And he's really taken it to heart, and it's paid huge dividends for him.
I think the re-signing of Can, at that time, the Jaguars didn't think that much of Will Richardson, or if they did, they thought it would still be using him as a tackle. But then I think the message got sent to Will Richardson when the Jaguars draft Juwan Taylor with that second-round pick, and he looks up and says, there's no spot on this team for me at this point unless I figure out a way to battle one of these guys. I'm probably not going to beat out Juwan Taylor, so let me start working at right guard, or at least preparing myself to become a guard in this league. So kudos to him, like you said, for putting forth that effort. All right, Florida and Miami kick off the 150th season of college football on Saturday, so we will preview that matchup with Chris Harry, senior writer of FloridaGators.com, next on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Coaching is making men do what they don't want to do so that they can become what they want to be.
1010XL.
Hey, if you want an insurance agent you can trust, you want State Farm agent Craig Dewhurst. Call him at 940-9740. Good guy, really good agent. Life insurance, homeowners, automotive, whatever it is you need, Craig will handle it for you. He's that good of an agent. And then when something goes wrong, if you bang up the car a little bit, something happens at your home, he will be there, and I mean he'll be right there helping you through it every step of the way. If you want the best agent in town, your choice is very easy. Call him today at 940-9740. State Farm agent Craig Dewhurst.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hey, listen up. Have you seen the all-new Toyota Supra? Beaver Toyota has one on its showroom floor, and we're going to auction it off. That's right, we're going to hold a public auction for this one-of-a-kind vehicle. But wait, there's more. Beaver Toyota will be donating every dollar over MSRP to support local schools and the charity of your choice. Did you know the very first 2020 Supra sold for $2.1 million? Let's break that record. Come show your support on August 24th and be a part of history. Don't make me come get you.
Baloo here for the Blue Crab Crab House, once again voted the #1 crab shack in Northeast Florida. What about Sundays over there? You kidding me? $1.95 Bloody Marys, mimosas as well, up until 5 o'clock. Alex always playing live music right there on the deck. The best seafood in Jacksonville, the Blue Crab Crab House. They've been in Jacksonville for 23 years, right there on Julington Creek Road in San Jose. I'll see you at the Blue Crab Crab House.
Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute and Baptist Health are proud to sponsor the inaugural Bold City Showcase. This great day of high school football will feature 3 games between local football teams, including Bartram Trail, Lee, Mandarin, Atlantic Coast, University Christian, and Bowles. JOI wants to wish all of the teams good luck and to have a healthy, safe season. JOI is the official sports medicine provider for the Jacksonville Jaguars and many local high schools. JOI, where the pros go.
Come see the new showroom and new displays at the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center, located on Southside Boulevard across from Tinseltown. The friendly, experienced group of interior designers will help you transform your home. They specialize in kitchen design, bath design, and closet design. The Kitchen and Flooring Design Center is used by many builders, home remodelers, and assisted living communities in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll find brands like Timberlake, Doll Tile, Mohawk, Craftmade, Cambria, Legacy, and tons more. Head to floorsandkitchen.com or stop by the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center today.
Pickett here. Guys, I got to tell you, it's true. We just had the new air conditioning system installed at the house. We are cooler with Bueller. That's right. My wife did some research. Trust me, we compared. And at the end of the day, Bueller Air Conditioning, the clear choice. They were on time, friendly, professional from start to finish. Our new system is awesome. Take it from me. If you need air conditioning help, I recommend Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
License CAC 1816716.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller. Baloo here for Keystone Automotive Paint, distributor for Axo Nobel Sikkens. We do want to congratulate Serrano Paint and Body, Westside's largest independent body shop. They have a lifetime warranty on collision repairs. Family owned and operated since 1966. They are known for excellent customer service. Again, congratulations to Serrano Paint and Body. They are located at 8110 103rd Street, right here in Jacksonville. Their number 771-7255.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, I've seen ads for diamonds where you see the words all diamonds certified by IGI, EGL, or GIA. Just what does all that mean?
Frank, it's confusing because those letters represent various diamond grading laboratories. However, it's important to point out that labs don't certify anything. They issue diamond grading reports. The only entity that can certify the diamond is the seller. There's one exception to that, and that's members of the American Gem Society have the ability to certify diamonds through their partnership with the American Gem Society Laboratory. That's because it's the only partnership in the world where an organization devoted to consumer protection through gemological education and ethics has a laboratory built on the exact same principles. We have these certificates at Underwoods, but more importantly, we have American Gem Society certified gemologists that look at all of these diamonds and put our grade and our certification of the diamond's quality on it. And believe me, that's important.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jax, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at PlumbingJacksonville.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Garber Auto Mall. The Gators and the Canes kick off the 150th season of college football Saturday in Orlando. Dan Mullen asked this week why he's comfortable with his group of quarterbacks.
You know, those guys are more comfortable within the system. We only have them for so many years, you know. I bet Tom Brady's pretty comfortable with the Patriots system at this point, you know, and Drew Brees is pretty comfortable with the Saints system at this point. And, you know, and so I think, but it is. I think when you look at guys that get into their next year, they understand it. You know, it's a very quarterback-friendly, quarterback-based offense.
You will hear the Florida-Miami game this Saturday on 92.5 FM, kickoff at 7 o'clock. At 4:02, 88 degrees, your time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Excited for game week, obviously. Like I've said from the beginning, this is such a great honor for us to kick off the 150th year of college football. To do it on the stage we're getting to do it in in such a high-profile game. On top of that, having to be an in-state rivalry game is really, really exciting. I know exciting for me, exciting for our players.
Florida head coach Dan Mullen on the big night coming up Saturday night as Florida takes on Miami in week 0. Now, Chris Harry, senior writer on FloridaGators.com, joins us. Hello, Chris. Do you like the week early start?
I kind of do, yeah. I am interested, though. So it's you and Hayes there and no Frank. Are you guys, rearranging the room, repainting it, feet up on his desk and stuff like that? You just kind of taking over the place?
We're playing a lot of ELO, and we're watching a lot of Pirates baseball because we never get to do either one of those two things when he's here.
If you have to watch Pirates baseball, that's an issue.
But yeah, Frank is obviously traveling with the Jaguars. He'll call the game tomorrow night. But we are excited to have you join us.
I'm sorry, to answer your question, the early start, for me personally, I'm 5 weeks from having a knee replacement surgery, so I'm kind of hobbled around a little bit, and I could use the extra week to be closer to 100%, but a game is with the magnitude of this, with game day in town, with SEC Nation in town in Orlando, 150th anniversary. I'm gonna have to play a little bit wobble this week, and I'll be okay with that. It's gonna be quite the event down there, obviously.
Chris, you did an excellent job documenting this rivalry. What's sort of your personal favorite Florida-Miami game that you covered or attended?
Well, I tell you what, I'll be honest with you, the only Florida-Miami game, I'm thinking off the top of my head, is because I started covering college football in 1990, I missed it like just about everybody that'll be on the field. I wrote a couple stories about the rivalry. I mean, the players in this game Saturday don't understand that this was once one of the biggest rivalries in the South. The coaches don't even understand when these two teams were playing annually, the series that ended in 1987. That year, Dan Mullen was a junior high school quarterback up in Manchester, New Hampshire. So, I mean, he even said, he goes, yeah, there is that, but the way social media is now and the way TV is now, they'll have an appreciation of just how big it is for the people now, for the players now. They don't know about the Spurrier versus Ted Hendricks and the game. You mentioned what I was in Tampa when these two teams played the season opening game. It was actually the first day that ESPN televised live football.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And Florida-Miami opened down there. Miami was the reigning national champion. And it was just a tremendous game. There's 24 future NFL players in the game. Florida scored with a minute and a half left. Bernie Kosar led his team on a 72-yard drive with 41 seconds to go in the game, and threw a touchdown pass, and then Miami intercepted the pass on the last play of the game and ran it back to cover the spread, actually, in I think it was 32-20 final score. But just a great atmosphere then on a neutral site to open the season. Imagine it's going to be really, really similar for this game, right dead in the center of the state between these two schools.
And these two schools will play in 2024 and 2025, a home and home. Frank believes they should play every single year. What say you, Chris?
You know what? No. They did before, and it's just the way of the world now is different. I have no problem with them playing, say, 4 times over 10 years, and because it's the way the SEC is. If you're playing 8 games, and with you want to be in the championship game. It's just you got to have some breathing room to do some other things, and I give Scott Strickland a lot of credit. I mean, the people at FSU and people at Miami, and to some degree, rightfully so, took a lot of punches at Florida. They've not played a non-conference, non-bowl game out of the state, with the exception of that Michigan game 2 years ago to open the season, since the Syracuse game in 1991. And there was a time when this rivalry was disbanded, in 1987, Florida announced they were disbanding this rivalry to play a more national schedule. The next year, they replaced Miami on the schedule with Montana State and beat them 73-0. Now, having said that, they regurgitated the rivalry. They signed a 6 games over 8 years contract at the behest of Steve Spurrier when he got the job there. And when the SEC expanded, adding Arkansas and South Carolina and the SEC championship game, that series got whacked, as well as a home and home with Washington, a home and home with Michigan State. Florida was going to play some of those games. Scott Strickland has come in, and he's got the Colorado game down the line, Texas game down the line, 2 Miami games down the line. I think you'll see other games like that down the line. I don't think you have to play Miami every year now.
Chris, it seems like there's incredible optimism for Felipe Franks with his second year under Dan Mullen. Is that how you see it? What is it like down there in Gainesville when it comes to the fans and the people around the team and how they feel about how Felipe will perform this season?
Well, I mean, all it takes from Felipe is a bad first series to get the people in social media on him. I think it was ridiculous the way he was treated at times last year, and it's funny to see how he was treated in the first half of the game against South Carolina versus the end of the game at South Carolina when he led that incredible comeback. If you look at his numbers that he put up, Hayes, over the last 4 games of the season, when Florida, I believe, averaged 45 points a game, they won their 4 games by an average margin of about 35 points. I think he had 8 touchdown passes. I think he rushed for 5 TDs. He did not turn the ball over. He had for that little subset, that little sample of 4 games, that include a blowout that at FSU and of Michigan in the bowl game. He had numbers that were close to what kind of like Tebow-like numbers. Now, again, I'm not making any comparisons like that, but I think it spoke to the development and the understanding between he and Dan Mullen and Felipe Franks' grasp of the system. He's not perfect. He's not going to be. He's still learning some things, but he's entrenched. There's no doubt he's the starting quarterback on this team. He's one of the leaders on this team, and I think some of that thin-skinned element of his that's had him trusting his home crowd, that had him maybe shouting back at some people that maybe said some stuff to him on campus or in public last year at times when maybe things weren't going so well. I think he scaled that back a little bit, and that comes with being the quarterback, being the guy, and having some success. And having a quarterback and a quarterback coach, and Brian Johnson have talked to him and said, you need to act the part, not just play the part. You need to act the part. And for the time being, this is his team. And frankly, if you break this game down, you guys, I mean, the quarterback is a significant difference going into the game against Miami against a quarterback in Jaron Williams, who, on the back of his football card, he has 3 career passes against Savannah State. So that'll be a check mark in the Florida column come Saturday.
Chris Harry, senior writer of FloridaGators.com, joining us. Chris, do you think that Mullen and the Gators players were expecting Tate Martell to be announced as the starting quarterback for Miami?
I wouldn't think that was probably. Or do I think they were expecting Tate Martell?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, but I don't know that they were like shocked about the whole thing at all to begin with. I don't know that they put that much. I think he does a good job of making it about, let's make it about us versus let's make it about them. So whoever the quarterback was, they were still going to have to execute their assignments. And, we may have been expecting Tate Martell to be the quarterback. Tate Martell may have been expecting Tate Martell to be the quarterback, but obviously that's not going to happen. And this, I mean, this is a guy who hadn't played very much in Jaron Williams. He's going to have some weapons. Obviously they got his name is it Jeff Thomas is the receiver that talked about transferring that came back. He's obviously going to be a weapon that can test the secondary of Florida, which is obviously a very, very good secondary. But that's a significant, again, saying what I said before, that's a significant upgrade on Florida's side, the quarterback matchup in this game. Florida's got a lot of their defensive players back. I believe it's 8 out of 11. 7 out of 11 of the guys on offense. You want to talk about Florida's offense. Obviously, the offensive line is going to be a question mark, but we'll see what they have when they go out against a very, very good Miami defense. 4th in the country last year, 3rd against 3rd down. So that's Manny Diaz's specialty with this team, and everyone expects Miami to be good on that side of the ball again.
And Chris, it seems like Dan is fairly confident in the offensive line if there is no attrition, which obviously is a big ask from the football gods. But if Florida's starting offensive line does stay relatively healthy, Is that the key to the whole thing in terms of having potentially a special year?
Yeah, I mean, you could say that about just about everything. You could say about, what if something were to happen to the quarterback? I mean, you could say that same thing. Florida is deep at wide receiver. They're deep at running back. They're secondary right now because of some stuff going on both in the off season and maybe some stuff that may happen Saturday may not be so deep. But in terms of offensive line, I don't know that they're deep, but they certainly are unproven. And it's funny, people thought Nick Buchanan maybe last year might have been the weak link of the offensive line. He's now the strength of the offensive line, being that senior, being a guy who was not recruited that highly, but he's certainly the leader at center of that offensive line. Certainly a guy who keeps the team together. The guy in the meeting room, and guys are going to have to play off him because he's got a lot of responsibility to make these guys go. And John Hevesy, this time last year, offensive line was a question for the team also, not because of lack of experience, because of the experience they hadn't played very well. Now John Hevesy has the charge of making an inexperienced group develop over the course of the season. He did a great job in a scenario that was presented to him last year. Let's see if he can do it with a younger group that's going to have to mature pretty quickly this year. Again, Saturday against a very, very good defense in Miami.
We are looking forward to it. Well, Chris, good luck getting around, and I'm sure that Pat Dooley and Mike Bianchi will help you down in Orlando.
And they shouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah. See you guys. Take care.
All right.
There.
Thanks so much.
All
That
right.
is Chris Harry, senior writer of FloridaGators.com, previewing a little Florida-Miami action Saturday night in Orlando at Camping World Stadium, kicking off at 7 o'clock. Frank Frangie is going to join us at 4:30, so we will get it back to the Jaguars then. But coming up next, we've got a Hammer Time by our own Hammer Hayes Carline. And that is next on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the Best Bet Card Rooms at Jacksonville and Orange Park.
Okay, go ahead and get a little excited about the Jaguars' exhibition this week against the Dolphins. Coach Doug Marrone has indicated the starters will play, maybe a half. Finally, we'll get a dress rehearsal of a Nick Foles-led offense. But don't have unreasonable expectations. It's still practice, but it is reasonable to expect Foles and the offense to show some cohesion. Can the offensive line provide okay protection? Is Foles and his receiver, are they on the same page? The Jaguars don't need to do anything fancy, and they won't, but they do need to look like a functioning offense. If Foles sparkles, that's good. If he doesn't, there's no need to panic. Some concerns, sure, but nothing to lose sleep about. Keep in mind the Jaguars don't have healthy tight ends. Marquise Lee hasn't played in a year, and this team was 5-11 last season. The Jaguars have a long way to go. Exhibition 3 is simply our first peek at what we can expect.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Get inside the Gators with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gators!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
A big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL.
Honey, come to bed.
Yes, sir. Things sure have changed since you went to Men's Choice Medical Center, and I love it.
Men's Choice Medical Center can help you regain a great sex life. The brand name pills don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Diabetes, hypertension, and prostate issues can bring on erectile dysfunction. We can help with doctor-prescribed, custom-blended medications, and we guarantee results on your first visit or it's free. Men's Choice.
Women's Choice, too.
Call 904-452-7111. That's 452-7111.
They say time is money, and at Claude Nolan Cadillac, we respect your time and strive to make your every visit a pleasure. Serving Jacksonville for over 114 years, Claude Nolan Cadillac owners come back again and again. Why? Because you are more than a customer, you are part of our family, and now get 0% financing for up to 72 months, plus $1,000 on most new 2019 Cadillac models. Visit Claude Nolan on Southside Boulevard or go to ClaudeNolanCadillac.com. Beginning lasting relationships since 1905. See dealer for details.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Mayor Lenny Curry here. Help make Jacksonville safer by following these safety rules. Be bright, use lights if you're riding a bike at dusk, make eye contact with drivers before crossing the street, and always wear your seatbelt. Be all in for safety. Be all in, Duval.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
The best of XL Primetime Replay is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, helping you be the best when you play.
Joe, let me ask you, are you and I truly don't know this, are you a pro football focus guy?
I'm in and out. You know what I do? When it's useful to me, I quote it.
Yeah.
When it's not, I rail on it.
Attention Jags fans. Money Pages is giving away 4,000 preseason tickets to celebrate the 25th season of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is your chance for you and a friend to win free preseason tickets. All you have to do is download the free Money Pages app today, and you can enter to win. The savings don't stop there. When you download the free Money Pages mobile app, you'll unlock great local savings on the go. Good luck, and go Jaguars.
No purchase necessary. At least 18. Void outside Florida and Georgia. See moneypagesticketgiveaway.com for entry dates and official rules.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
American Window Products, rated by Best of the Best Television as the #1 window company in America. Our installers are all American Window Products employees, no outside contractors, no high-pressure sales, just skilled, honest folks that can save you a bundle on your electric bill. Replace your old windows with Eastern Architectural Systems today and pay nothing for installation on 6 or more windows. Visit AmericanWindows.com and check out our video by Best of the Best Television.
American Windows.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important things we can have, and sometimes the most elusive. I'm Mark Anajar from the Law Office of Anajar and Levine. Notifying the police is always a good idea. They can assist in documenting the accident and being a good source of information. Always put your health first and get medical attention if necessary. Take pictures if possible. If you've been in an accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Office in Jacksonville.
Have you heard? It's official. Diamonds Direct has moved. Thanks to the way you've embraced our unique concept, we needed more room, so we've upgraded. We've moved to a brand new store that's 50% larger. It's off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt. You can't miss it. Our new showroom is state-of-the-art. Bright, spacious, modern, with gorgeous lake views and more fine jewelry than you've ever seen in one place. You're gonna love our new home. Same great people, same industry-leading warranties and guarantees, same unbeatable values, but now in a fresh new showroom with even more diamonds, more designer jewelry, more engagement ring mountings, more bands and bracelets and pendants and earrings. It's the best selection in all of Florida. At Diamonds Direct, our passion is celebrating love and new beginnings. And now we invite you to join us in celebrating this new chapter in our life. Diamonds Direct, upgrading your experience yet again with a spectacular new showroom. Now open off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt behind Firebirds.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Zaxby's loves seeing the team win or lose. Roll in the restaurant after the game where there's something for everyone. We're talking delicious chicken fingers, spicy wings, fresh salads, and those great shakes. It's all at Zaxby's on University, in Bartram Park, and the Town Center.
Hammer time!
It's hammer time with our hammer, Hayes Car Lion, presented by the Law Office of Stephen Doty. Legal representation you can afford. Here's Hayes Car Lion.
The Miami Marlins are a disgrace. They opened the game last night. First pitch of the game, Hernandez plunks Acuna. Alan Porter, the home plate umpire, for whatever reason, just issues a warning instead of ejecting the guy. The Marlins have hit Acuna before. And the Braves manager, Brian Snitker, comes out, argues it. He gets ejected by the crew chief. It was a debacle. The Braves won the game, but it's like, look, I mean, first off, you can't even figure out, are you the Florida Marlins, Miami Marlins? Okay, whatever, that still confuses me. But the Marlins are 28.5 games behind the Braves. Just take your 105-loss season and go home. But don't try to spoil it for somebody else that's actually knows what they're doing and is good at their job and so forth. So the Miami Marlins, I think, are a complete embarrassment for their insistence on plunking Acuna pretty much every time they see him.
We're about to see what Gibby has to say, but first, Hammer Time is brought to you by the law office of Stephen Doty, efficient and affordable legal representation. You can reach Stephen at 416-8328.
The Marlins have found a guy they can't get out. Ronald Acuna Jr. owns more of the Marlins than Derek Jeter does.
Well said.
In 35 career games against the Marlins, Ronald Acuna has 15 home runs, 33 RBI, and 97 total bases in 35 games. That's by far the most against any team in his career. They don't like playing against him. I can't blame them because they can't get him out.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what you should hear when it comes to a team plunking a guy. That's never what should happen, and they're being scared because they can't find a pitcher that can get the job done. So well said, both Hayes and Gibby.
Should they have ejected the Hernandez?
They should. Here's another thing to keep in mind. This is now the third time they've hit Acuna. Once, okay, second time, eyebrows raised, and you're like, what are you guys doing? This is the third time they've done it. That's a joke. I mean, you can't. The Marlins haven't had a winning season since 2009. These guys are a joke. I mean, they can't figure anything out, and they certainly can't figure out how to get Acuna out, and that's certainly something that you see every single night. And look, I mean, there are teams that don't like the way that Acuna plays because he's flamboyant. He likes to bat flip. Well, get him out. Strike him out. You guys can't do it. The Marlins are one of those teams that certainly can't.
I think even the Pirates broadcasters were kind of criticizing Acuna for the necklaces that he wears, and that became a little bit of a big deal. But either way, that was the Hammer, brought to you by both Hayes and Gibby today against the Marlins.
Tag team champions, Hayes.
That's right.
I love it. All right, coming up next, Frank Frangie will join us. He has made his way to Miami with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They kick off against the Dolphins at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, and of course, you can hear the game right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. We will check in with him next.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Daytona, Darlington, Martinsville, Talladega, Dover. Feel the need for speed. 1010XL is your NASCAR station. Wow, look at that. Brought to you by American Transmission.
Renewal by Andersen are unlike any other home window on the market. They're 2 times stronger than vinyl, never fog up, are maintenance free, and these windows are custom designed for you. Lauren Brooks here for Renewal by Andersen Windows. They will send a highly qualified representative to your home for your consultation, and you will experience extremely good customer service throughout the entire process. Andersen Windows will keep you warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer, and quieter all year long. Plus, get this, they come with a 20-year warranty. You're not just replacing your windows, you are increasing the value of your home. Visit renewalbyandersen.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Renewal by Andersen, a better way to a better window. Take advantage of the semi-annual window and door sale with 20% off. Restrictions apply. See the website for details. This is a limited time offer. License number CGC 1527613.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
Turbocharge your savings and enjoy real car buying power at your #1 hometown dealer,
Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows.
Drive home in a brand new Dodge Journey. Any model, any color, every option, starting from just $249 a month. If exciting on-road performance is what you're after, there's nothing better than a new Challenger. For a limited time, get yours from just $259 a month. Summer is the best time to buy, and we will not be undersold. No way! See our inventory at JAXCJD.com. Our lenders have millions to lend and want to get you a great new car loan. Come in for a no-hassle test drive today. All Ram trucks from $1,500 to heavy duty are sale priced to save you thousands. Pick any one in stock and get up to $12,000 off MSRP. Set a new course in a Jeep Compass from just $209 a month. Jacksonville, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. The best selection and the best deals all month long. I-295 and Bay Meadows.
Hey, Hicken here, and I know you've been dreaming about an amazing outdoor kitchen area, but maybe you need to see the options first. Go visit my guys over at Construction Solutions and Supply. The showroom is at 5225 Edgewood Court. I've been there. It's unbelievable. They'll help you create the perfect outdoor kitchen your wife will love, your friends will envy. Here's my tip. Ask them to show you the Fire Magic outdoor grills. Oh, boy. Now you're cooking. Visit Construction Solutions and Supply. Call 389-2700, 389-2700.
Hey, it's Rick Boo. You know my friends at McGowan's are the best in the business. So when you need AC service or repair, you want to hire the prime-time players. Don't settle for some other second-rate practice squad repair service. I'm telling you from my own experience that McGowan's always makes the cut. Expert technicians, fast, reliable service, and fair pricing means you'll always be with a winning team. Call McGowan's at 264-COOL. My friends at McGowan's, the official heating and air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
License number CMC 1250075.
If you own a small business and you need a trusted licensed plumber,
call TNT Plumbing.
From backflow prevention to repipes, call or text 508-3455, 508-3455.
TNT Plumbing, quality craftsmanship, and dynamite customer service.
Regency Electric Company seeks electricians and foremen with great benefits like paid vacation, paid holidays, paid life insurance with health, dental, vision, company match 401k plus end-of-the-year bonus. Call 485-4096, RegencyElectric.com.
Fast, easy, and convenient glass repair and replacement. That's how Lee & Cates does it. Commercial, residential, automotive. For more information and to request a quote, visit LeonCatesGlass.com.
Let's have lunch with Leon.
Got any fried chicken?
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
Weekdays from noon till 1:30. Brought to you by Wingstop.
Now I'm really hungry.
On 1010XL.
The Truck Accident Law Firm is a national truck crash law firm based right here in Jacksonville, focused on making First Coast roads safer through zealous advocacy for families of those injured or killed by unsafe trucking. The Truck Accident Law Firm focuses exclusively on tractor trailer, bus, and commercial vehicle crashes. If someone you know is involved in a serious crash with a tractor trailer or commercial vehicle, contact your local truck crash specialists at truckcrashlaw.com. Non-attorney spokesperson.
Frank Frangie here for Central State Bank, Florida's business bank, but also a bank you could trust. You see, that's the big thing. I've got to trust my banker. Trust that they are truly skilled bankers, but also that my needs matter. My bankers at Center State Bank know me. They know what I need. Whether it's personal, business, loans, or beyond, they know me and I trust them. In the world of banking, that relationship really matters. A bank you can trust. Center State Bank, with 7 locations in Jacksonville and St. Augustine, Florida's business bank.
Sawyer Gas.
Hi, this is Ashley Mentor, Commercial Account Manager for Sawyer Gas. If you use propane to power your business, from forklifts to commercial kitchens, then contact us to learn how we can serve you. To learn more, visit us at sawyergas-fl.com or call our office at 904-296-8600. Sawyer Gas, where safety and service are our priority.
Sawyer Gas, driving every day with Sawyer Gas.
Hacker here, and Labor Day means big sales if you're looking for a mattress or a recliner. Now through September 9th, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic mattress sets at Mattress Recliner Fit 123. Get the body comforting support you want, plus the cool-to-touch comfort of a Tempur-Pedic mattress at a great deal. Guaranteed lowest price on all Tempur-Pedic mattresses, plus a $300 gift with Tempur-Pedic mattress purchase. It's Mattress Recliner Fit 123. Find the fit for you.
Stonecore, Jacksonville's #1 shop for pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, and fireplaces, now has the highest quality all-weather outdoor furniture. Many colors, many styles, and made in the USA. At Stonecore, Phillips Highway, 1 mile north of the Avenues Mall.
Baloo here for the Blue Crab Crab House, once again voted the #1 crab shack in Northeast Florida. What about Sundays over there? You kidding me? $1.95 Bloody Marys, mimosas as well, up until 5 o'clock. Alex always playing live music right there on the deck. The best seafood in Jacksonville, the Blue Crab Crab House. They've been in Jacksonville for 23 years, right there on Julington Creek Road in San Jose. I'll see you at the Blue Crab Crab House.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Frank Frangie joins us now. Hayes Carline and Lauren Brooks with you. And Frank down in Miami.
We are in Lauderdale. It is beautiful here, Lauren, at the Marriott Beach Harbor Beach Resort. I've got beaches and inlets. If you get both an inlet and a beach, pretty good day. So we had just got off the plane, just got off the charter, just got to the hotel, and I think the meeting starts for the team in about an hour, and they'll be ready to play a game tomorrow night.
So you've been around this team for a while today. Does the energy feel different than it has the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. No, I'd be lying if I said I sensed anything different today. I do think you'll sense something different tomorrow night because as excited we were talking about this as we got off the plane and we had our production meeting for our broadcast tomorrow night. I think as excited as fans are to see Nick Foles and these starters who haven't played yet, and you know they are, these guys are excited to play. Nick Foles, you've got to believe it. And I did not talk to Nick yet today, but you've got to believe he's excited. These guys are excited to play. I mean, they've had to watch everybody else play. It's almost like the Little League kid that's a backup all these times and he finally gets to play in the game, right? These guys are ready to play. So, yeah, I think there will be some enthusiasm tomorrow night. Nobody's letting out exactly who's going to play and who's not and how long they're going to play. But I would guess you're going to see more than you think of these guys. I think if you go to the trouble of playing the guys, they're not going to play 5 plays and come out of the game. Now, that's my guess. That's not official. But my guess is if you're going to go to the trouble of playing these guys, they're going to play. So I would guess that you're going to see 3-4 series, 2-3 series, 25 plays, however they count it up, of this offense, and that's going to be kind of fun.
Frank, what do you think will constitute a successful outing for the offense if the starters do play?
I think Lauren said the other day, points would be good. A point would be good if they can get a point. You know what? I definitely think the offense has to score. They have to get down in the score. I don't think you can have more punts, Hayes. I don't think you can have only punts. We've seen too many punts, all right? I think Logan Cook in midseason form, he's ready to go. I'd like to bubble wrap him, all right? Because he's been the busiest guy in the offense. So I think for it to be what everybody wants it to be, I would think some drives, some successful drives, some points. Got a touchdown would be great. A touchdown pass would be great. A long touchdown pass would be great. But I think points. Let's say he plays 3 drives. All right. Let's say Foles and the entire offense play 3 drives. 1 touchdown drive, a field goal drive, a punt. I can live with that. Right. That worst case, I'd like to see points and some progress. I think to me that would be successful. Some points, some progress. And I can tell you now, being on the plane, talking to coaches, talking to people. What they don't want, no one's going to say this, but nobody wants another day where you've gone through a first half or almost an entire first half again and nobody scores. So I think points and productivity from the offense.
How do you think the offensive line will look from left to right?
Boy, that's the question, isn't it? You mean who will start, Lauren? I think
yes.
How they'll play. I think we're all guessing at right guard. They're not telling anybody. I'm guessing Will Richardson, the way you two guys both guessed it yesterday. I think the rest of them are going to play. I think you're going to see Cam Robinson. I don't know how long you'll see Cam. Again, guessing at this now. But common sense would say if you haven't played at all, this is more about knocking the rust off, I would think, than playing very long. But, yeah, I would think you're going to see Robinson, Norwell, Linder. I'm going to guess Richardson, although that's a guess. I really don't know. It's 50-50 whether it's Cam or Richardson, but I'm going to guess Richardson. And I think Juwan Taylor's going to be the right tackle. I think that's the team they want to play with, and that's the team I think they're going to play with tomorrow. I'm interested in what they do with Ogbuehi. When he does come into the game, does he play left tackle because he probably is the backup left tackle? He's the swing guy. Or does he play right tackle because you think that's a position you're not quite as comfortable with who your right tackle is, right? So let's say if you're getting final reps for Ogwehi, and he may play next week too, do you want those reps on the right side where Juwan Taylor is totally unproven, or do you want him on the left side where Cam Robinson's coming off of a somewhat significant or a very significant injury? Those are the two questions. I'm not sure I know the answer to those yet.
What are you looking forward to seeing out of the defense?
You know what? Reps, Hayes, reps. I don't care if there's a lot of sacks or picks. I want to see them play. You know what, brother? I want to see all 11 of them come off the field healthy, right? Isn't that the big thing? They don't need to, the offense needs to prove something to us. Isn't that kind of what everybody thinks? The offense needs to prove something. I don't know that the defense has to prove a lot. So don't look bad, but with Fitzy in this Miami offense, which I don't think is going to be very good, I don't think they're going to look bad. I don't think anyone's gutting this defense or going over the top on this defense. Make a play or two, but get off the field. You know, we talk about the whole bubble wrap thing. I would play Foles some. Number one, quarterbacks don't tend to get hurt. Now, I know Garoppolo got hurt in preseason a year ago, but quarterbacks don't tend to get hurt like that. They just don't. Guys that mash their heads together a lot do. I'm probably more nervous about Fournette and the defense, a lot of those defensive guys, than I am an injury to Nick Foles. Now, I'll say that something bad will happen, but going into the game, I feel more that way. So I wouldn't mind a couple series in bubble wrap with those guys. What do you guys think? Would you rather see less from the defense, you think?
I would, just because I know what I have. What about you, Hayes?
I don't need to see much. I need to see maybe one series, and if they want to end it right there, if it's a 3-and-out or they get a turnover, I'm totally fine with that. I think a little bit of momentum, but if the Dolphins were to score on their first drive, then I would send the defense back out there. But to me, it would be 2 series tops, and the defense would be done for the night.
Frank, outside of Nick Foles, who's the next player you'll have your eye on?
Oh, probably those receivers. I want to see what Conley looks like in a Jaguars uniform playing with Nick. I want to see if there's a step forward for D.D. Westbrook, because we all anticipate the step forward. I want to see, Chark hasn't done much. He's only played a little bit, and he hasn't been much of a factor. Minshew missed him in the first game. They were certainly missed. I think the last couple of weeks was just about get him in a uniform, get the feel of it, run a few pass patterns, and get out of there. Well, I don't think it's going to be that way tomorrow night. I think you're going to see some Chark. So I would say more than anybody else seeing that, look, let's be honest. We have an idea of what Leonard Fournette can do when he's healthy, when he's getting some blocking. To your point a minute ago, Lauren, about what the defense can do. I think we kind of know. We don't completely know what Fournette can do. There's mixed opinions on him. I get that. But we kind of know. We kind of know what we're going to get from Leonard Fournette and what we can get, right? The line, a healthy line's a healthy line. Okay, the defense, we know what we're going to get. The biggest question we have, the excitement point, the intriguing point, the suspenseful point, if you will, is what will this passing game look like with an $88 million quarterback, with a free agent receiver in Conley, with 2 relatively high draft picks in Chark and Westbrook, from whom much is expected. Isn't that the mystery of the team? If you really break it down, isn't that it? Everything else, if things go well, you kind of know how it's going to look. That's what we don't know, so that's the mystery to me.
Gators, Canes, I know your pick is still 48 hours away or so, but how you feeling Wednesday afternoon about the game in Orlando on Saturday?
Well, I need positivity from you cats. Didn't you just have Chris Harry on? I mean, were you able to glean any positivity? I'm looking for positivity down here in South Florida. I'm going to be surrounded by the enemy down here. I got 2 days of the enemy. Can you give me any positivity? What did Chris say? Anything good?
He was pretty excited about Felipe Franks, and I think positivity would be the way I would describe it over negativity.
He didn't announce any suspensions. Let's put it that way.
Well, you know what, Lauren, that's positivity.
Correct.
Look, I'm in South Florida. Let's not lie about this, okay? And I've got an Uber app. 2 things you know about me, okay? I'm in South Florida, and I've got an Uber app. Do I Uber over to the Canes practice tomorrow and try to be a spy? Is this good? It's an opportunity. Life's about opportunity, right? Is this an opportunity for that?
I'd like to know what routes Tate Martell is running.
Absolutely. He's running big, skinny posts. So, I'm excited about the game. I'm as excited about that game as I've been in a college game in a long time. We were all kind of joking about it on the plane down here. It's kind of funny if the game was here, I'd just stay. If Florida was playing at Miami and the Jags are playing on a Thursday night, you just come in here and stay and actually go to the game. So, no, I'm excited. I think people are. You're starting to see the stuff on ESPN. I'm very excited about it. I mean, I'm kind of chomping at the bit. I'm glad there's this little preseason football game tomorrow night where actual starters play, because I think what most of us are excited about, at least in our little realm, is this 16-game Jaguar season. So we're still 2 weeks away from one of those. So, yeah, I'm jacked about this Florida-Miami. I'm confident, too, by the way. I want you all to know I'm confident. Very confident down here in South Florida.
The problem with your plan now, Frank, is that Joe Yu has heard you on this, and he's now going to plaster your face all over the practice facility, and they're not going to let you in.
So being a spy would be much harder since I've given out my game plan. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, which is why I don't want the Jaguars to do that and give their game plan away to the Chiefs tomorrow night.
Very good idea. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think, but I'll tell you what I told you what I said yesterday, Lauren. I think the ball's going down the field. I think the ball, for a myriad of reasons, not the least of which you know and want the opponent to see what they see. But I think the ball's going down the field tomorrow. I firmly believe that they're going to throw the ball down the field tomorrow night. And because number one, I think that's who they're going to be. And number two, you can manage. The only time, I said this yesterday, the only time the Chiefs staff will ever be able to see Foles playing in this offense with this team is tomorrow night. So you can control and dictate what they get to see. And that's why I think that'll be, a lot of that will be by design. We'll see. Yeah, wait.
What's on the docket for tonight?
Well, the plan was, it's all about a plan. The plan was lay low a little bit. I haven't done my boards yet. Stay in here. We're sitting on the beach. Maybe Baselli was going to go get like just a small dinner. Kind of have the really nice seafood place right here at the Marriott Harbor Beach Resort. But Lageman, who is the czar / planner / instigator, has found one of these like Brazilian steakhouses.
Ooh.
And I think I've gotten wrangled into that. So
yeah, you're hard to wrangle into an all-you-can-eat meat type of joint.
Yeah, it was a tough move. It was tough. He had to twist my arm. There's no question. But I think we're going to wind up at one of these Brazilian steakhouses kind of early in the evening, and then probably an early night, I would think, to come back and get ready for the game. Then I'm on Fort Lauderdale Beach tomorrow until about 3:00. So there's that tomorrow as well. So we kind of have some time to kind of enjoy. But I think an early night tonight. Logs and me and I don't know who else probably eating a bunch of meat. It's all about meat down here. We're going to go no seafood. It's all meat tonight.
All right, well, enjoy it. And also, I didn't believe you when you said Baselli was going to get a light dinner.
Well, that's the whole point. Is Baselli bailed on the meat dinner? What are the chances of that? What would Vegas have had those odds at?
I mean, Buster Douglas Tyson kind of odds would be my guess. I mean, just
there's no question. So Baselli has bailed on the big meat dinner. The rest of us are going to the meat dinner. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I appreciate you guys holding it down. And tomorrow night we'll have football down here in South Florida. That's kind of cool.
All right, Frank, thanks for joining us. Have a good call tomorrow night.
All right, guys. Thank y'all.
Thank you. That is Frank Frangie. He will be on the call with Tony Baselli and Jeff Lageman. Our coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Hayes, Tony Smith, and myself until 5 on the Coastal Equipment Kickoff Show. All right, we are going to get it quickly to golf when we come back. You're listening to The Frangie Show on a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Turn up the heat on the Duval Honda hot seat. Buckle up for the inside stuff when players and NFL experts join Jaguars today from 10 to noon on 1010XL. Duval Honda. We deliver on price and service. We deliver to you. The closest Duval dealer is in your driveway.
Folks, the First Coast has voted. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is proud to be chosen as Bold City's best in the orthopedic practice and physical therapy and rehab center categories. For the last 25 years, JOI has continually strived for the highest level of orthopedic surgery and rehab care. As the needs of the community evolve, so will they. That's why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. Call them at JOI 2000 or visit JOI.net. Go where the pros go.
Have you heard? It's official. Diamonds Direct has moved. Thanks to the way you've embraced our unique concept, we needed more room, so we've upgraded. We've moved to a brand new store that's 50% larger. It's off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt. You can't miss it. Our new showroom is state-of-the-art. Bright, spacious, modern, with gorgeous lake views and more fine jewelry than you've ever seen in one place. You're gonna love our new home. Same great people, same industry-leading warranties and guarantees, same unbeatable values, but now in a fresh new showroom with even more diamonds, more designer jewelry, more engagement ring mountings, more bands and bracelets and pendants and earrings. It's the best selection in all of Florida. At Diamonds Direct, our passion is celebrating love and new beginnings. And now we invite you to join us in celebrating this new chapter in our life. Diamonds Direct, upgrading your experience yet again with a spectacular new showroom. Now open off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt behind Firebirds.
Hi folks, Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. I've told you for the longest time, if you need a new pool, it's Stanley Pools. Call them at 269-7277. New pools, remodeled pools, pavers, fire pits. They do it all, and they do an outstanding job. And they have done it in this town since 1988. It is a true family business, and they truly are the best in the business. I trust Stanley Pools. Call them today, 269-7277 for the best in the business, Stanley Pools.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
It's a Kitchen and Flooring Design Center Wednesday on The Frangie Show on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
And we thank our friends from the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center for helping us redo our homes. Frank's had his kitchen redone, his floors redone, his bathrooms redone. Now it's my turn. I'm going to get my floors redone very soon, and I can't wait to tell you how they turn out. All right, let's get into a little golf. Thanks again to Frank for joining us from Miami. I did not win, Hayes Carline, my fantasy golf. It's over already.
It is over.
We did this year. My friend who organizes all of it, instead of doing it manually, he found a website. He's tried to do this in the past, but it never worked for our league, which is one and done. But he finally found a site that would work, and so it ended with this past tournament. So unfortunately, Ricky Fowler let me down, and I did not come in anywhere in the money. And of course, it's fake money. It's all fake money. But
right.
I did not win. But a good friend of mine did win, thanks to Patrick Cantlay coming in second. And so I'm sure he's very excited. And either way, I've learned, like I said to my parents and to Brian, my boyfriend, over the weekend, I said, I just don't know if it's like worth it to commit all this energy and all these resources to golf, fantasy golf. And they all looked at me and said, it's so worth it. It's so much fun. You have so much fun with it. You talk about it, all the time. So of course you should do it. So I think they're right, and I'll have to sign up for it once again next year. And if you want to join,
so we have a hard commitment.
A hard commitment, yes.
All right, that you're returning.
That I am, yeah, because it really is the only way that I'll pay attention to golf. And I really enjoy watching the tournaments in Hawaii all the way through. It's always in a beautiful location, and it's a sport where you can watch a little bit on Thursday. You may skip Friday, watch a little on Saturday. You don't have to follow. It's not like football or basketball where you have to lock in. You can just I can really keep up with my app on my phone. So I like it. But bigger question for you, having nothing to do with fantasy golf. Do you like the new format for the FedEx Cup?
I do like it. I like that you don't have to figure anything out. Like once it starts, whoever wins it. And you just stagger it so that Justin Thomas, who was in first coming into this, starts at 10 under. And then you've got sort of groupings of guys, but I think the last four are at even to start. Is that right?
So Thomas is 10 under, Patrick Cantlay 8 under, Brooks Koepka 7 under, Patrick Reed 6 under, Rory McIlroy 5 under, and then you've got the groups, and the last one is even under par, and that's guys like Bryson DeChambeau, Louis Oosthuizen, Charles Howard III, Lucas Glover, and Jason Kokrak.
Yeah, so I like that because I think you can overcome a 10-shot deficit over 4 days of golf, but it rewards it certainly rewards Justin Thomas for the year that he's had. But I don't like it where it's, you have to sort of figure out, okay, well, if this guy finishes third, then he might win the playoff. Like, I think it was smart of them to say, by the time we get to the final event, it has to be whoever wins this event wins the playoff. And then we just have to figure out how do we give them the advantage they deserve, the ones that are first over the ones that are barely getting in at 30. So I like it. What do you think?
I like the format. I don't know that I love how the disparity is such a big difference between the 10 under and the even par with only 30 guys in the field. But as far as, being able to follow it, that part's easy. What's crazy is FedEx, the winner of the FedEx Trophy, used to win $10 million. And if that's not enough, they now win $15 million, and then the runner-up gets $5 million. The minimum for all these guys playing in this tournament is $395,000. So it did make me wonder, am I spending too much when I use FedEx to ship my packages? If they're able to increase the purse by $10 million pretty much for this tournament?
That is remarkable.
That's stunning.
Yeah, I thought it was winner take all. That's interesting that even the runner-up gets $5 million, which is basically double what you would get
for a normal purse
in like the Masters or U.S. Open. I mean, it's like double the purse of what you would get to win the most lucrative event. The Players is a real lucrative purse. I mean, that's incredible.
Well, all I know is next year for fantasy golf, I will not be consulting you, especially if you're going to end up playing. But moreover, it was not just Paul Casey who did me in. I needed probably 2 more winners. I only had 1 winner throughout the season. I had a lot of top 10 finishes.
Who was the winner?
My friend Jamie.
No. Who did you pick to win that actually won an event?
Oh, I don't remember now.
Oh, okay.
I think it was.
I find that hard to believe.
No, I really don't remember now.
You don't remember the golfer you picked that won the tournament.
Correct, because it was very early in the season, very early, and that's why I ended up not doing so well. I'll figure it out in the break.
So how far? So had you picked Paul Casey?
Yeah.
When I derailed you.
Yeah, I would have been in probably the top 5, and that would have been excellent news for me.
So you would have finished top 5.
I think I would have finished top 5.
Well,
but I wouldn't have won.
And to get in the money or get in the matchsticks, you have to be what, top 3?
Top 5. So I would have won something.
So you would have maybe gotten in the money.
Probably. Let's not talk about it. I've tried to forgive you, and this
isn't helping. This is reopening the wound.
Correct. Yeah. So let's not talk about no. Okay. It was good enough that you became a loser thanks to Paul Casey at 10 over par. All right. Football at 5 comes up next. We're going to get it back to the Jaguars. And Hayes has 2 one-on-ones we want you to hear from, both left tackle Cam Robinson and left guard Andrew Norwell. That is all next on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.